All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our Tensorflow course, and we just finished up our grad cam method module. Let me show you what we're working with today. So we did finish the module, but we still have two more pieces of code that we need to run before we can move forward. So the last thing I showed you was the heat map that we were able to implement. So we're going to pick it from there and show you what we have to do before we can move forward. So we will once again compile our code at this point. This was to make sure that we can generate our heat map. Now the reason we are using these heat maps is because we will be adding them to our image or purpose them in such a way that we have an output which shows us better clear regions of the image where we have the highest concentration of our output, which is that of a happy person in this instance. So let's say we had an image of a happy person. The heat map is going to actually show different heat signatures for the regions that contribute to the classification of a happy person. So that's what that's saying. That's what we're going to do with this one, the resize image, CV2.resize and all of this stuff here. So that's how we're going to do that with this one here. We're going to actually select the image. You can see the differences, the PLT.match show resize image or resize heat map. And this time we're going to add that heat map to our image as you can see here. And then we're going to actually show that so we can see which one we see what we get. So the model predicts that the person is happy. In this case, the instructor had a happy person. That's why I keep saying happy. And now we know which parts of the image contributed the most to that prediction. Now we will try it out with a different image and modifying it slightly so that we could get the image from our array. So we're going to modify this number right here to get a different image and then try it again on our heat map. So you can see here we have 100 now instead of the 2,555. We have the 100, so that's going to give us a different image that we can try a heat map on. Now with this particular section, we should see a much larger region of hot zones on the heat map now over our image. So on the instructors, he just had one region that was showing heat signatures for where we what we would use to classify as a happy person. But on a second slide, it showed a bunch of different regions. Like one region was for wrinkles, one was for a frowny face, and so on and so forth, with a bunch of different hot zones as opposed to the one hot zone we had with the original image. So that's what we should see when we run our code and see. Hopefully everything goes well. So we're going to run this one first, of course, to make sure it compiles. And then once this one compiles, we're going to run this one here to make sure this one compiles also. And once that is done, we can move on to our next topic or our next module, which is going to be understanding VITs. So as you can see, we have it queued up. So in this section, we will be going over the process of understanding VITs. And of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. But for now, it's the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.